Hey guys, back and we are playing the finals. So we're going to be doing something a little different that I didn't think I'd be able to complete in this game. We have officially completed the Masters circuit in season 2 and unlocked the circuit reward for the Masters circuit. So we're going to be checking it out, playing a little bit, and I'll try to explain the challenges as best as I can to maybe help you if you are still working on it. So let's go ahead and see what's going on. So before we get to the Master Circuit, in Season 2, they added these kind of circuit challenges, starting with the Rookie Challenge, then the Challenger Circuit, Pro Circuit, and then ending with the Masters Circuit. Now, these are basically just various challenges that can reward you with small items in-game and XP towards your Battle Pass. And as the season progressed, they unlocked the various stages in each of these challenges. So not everything was unlocked immediately. You couldn't work on all the challenges right off the bat in the beginning of the season. But as the season progressed, they unlocked, they started off maybe with the Rookie Stage 1, and then slowly the Stage 1, 2, 3, 4 in the Challenger Circuit became available. Pro Circuit stages became available shortly after. And then finally, by the end of the season, the Master Circuit stages slowly became available from 1 to 4. And as long as the challenges were available, you could work on them at any point in time. So there was no like time limit, like you needed to finish it as soon as it became available or within the week that it became available or anything like that. No, that wasn't the case. It was just like the challenges were held off until they became available. And as long as they are available to you, you can work towards completing all of them. And like I said, each circuit had base challenges in the stage that earned you a small reward. And then some of the like bigger challenges had multiple stages. Again, small reward per stage, and then a final like completionist reward for each circuit. So with the Rookie, there was only stage 1, and there was a small reward if you completed that. With the Challenger Circuit, there's 4 stages. So there was a small reward per stage, and then a completionist challenge circuit reward. And the same applied to the Pro Circuit and the Masters Circuit. Like I said, the Masters Circuit didn't actually become available until like near the end of the season. A lot of these challenges were locked out. A lot of these stages were locked out until near the end. But yeah, now that we are encroaching the end of season 2, all the stages for all the circuits are available. Now, what we're going to be doing is checking out the Master Circuit reward. This means it is the completionist reward for the Master Circuit. Now, just a heads up, you don't actually need to complete all the previous circuits to complete the Master Circuit and earn the like completionist reward. As you can see, I'm still like working on a few of the Pro Circuit I haven't yet completed, but I have completed all the Master Circuit and I have earned the Master Circuit completionist reward. So that's the gist of these kind of like seasonal contracts or challenges that they've added to the game in Season 2. And I do believe it is time limited. So come the end of the season and the beginning of Season 3, these challenges will reset, and I'm guessing a new set of circuit challenges will become available, I presume, unless they change something around from Season 2. But I presume they will refresh. And I'm pretty sure if you haven't completed the challenges by the end of the Season 2, I don't believe those challenges will be available to you come Season 3. So if you want this reward, you do need to complete them, at least the Master Circuit challenges, and earn that final circuit completionist reward, which is the AKM Kinetic Flare weapon skin. Now, as I mentioned, in each circuit, there are multiple stages in some of them, and you get the smaller reward per stage. Now, the smaller reward in the Mastery Circuit just requires you to complete 5 challenges in the stage. There are a total of 7 challenges in each stage for this particular set of Mastery challenges. But you only need 5 for the small stage reward. But for the completionist circuit reward, this weapon skin, you do need to complete all the challenges in all the stages. So all 7 need to be completed from stage 1, 2, 3, and 4. So like I said, for each stage, you've got a small reward. You just need to complete 5 challenges and you'll earn the small reward. For the final challenge, you need to complete every single challenge. Now, I did just start working on a lot of these challenges like yesterday, honestly. I had a little bit of progress on like the first couple of stages, I think, but for the most part, I hadn't really made any progress on a lot of the challenges. And I kind of hunkered down and focused on trying to complete the challenges. I didn't know the like meta way to complete it, and I'm not particularly great at this game. So I wouldn't say it was the most efficient, but I was able to complete all 4 stages within like 6 hours of focusing on the challenges. Like I said, there's some of the challenges I had already completed from previous times that I played the game, but the bulk of the challenges that I hadn't yet been focusing on, that took me around 5 to 6 hours of grind. So a little longer than that if you haven't touched the game at all, obviously, and a lot longer if you're kind of new to the game, because there's a lot of challenges that kind of benefit from having certain equipment unlocked and would progress a little fast if you had certain weaponry unlocked and stuff like that. So depending on how much you've got equipment unlocked, the challenges can speed up based on things like that. Now, I'm not going to go through all challenges in each stage, but I'll go through some of the more I guess, tougher challenges, or a little more maybe problematic challenges. There's a lot of these challenges that are pretty straightforward, like this one, just playing medium and dealing damage. You need 15,000 and you'll complete this challenge. But maybe something like deal 1,500 damage from 75 meters away or more. This might cause a little trouble. So for this one, I would recommend maybe considering playing Power Shift and playing the Sniper class, and just playing really far and trying to snipe as far as you can, and you can make a lot of progress on this. Now, there's a lot of challenges in each stage that are sort of like similar and can kind of like coincide with working with each other. So you don't need to complete each stage individually. Like, as long as the challenges are available to you, they all track simultaneously. So say like in... So here's a challenge that deals 5,000 damage of distance 25 meters. And then there's this one. Where is it? Okay, here it is. Deal 2,500 damage at 50 meters away. So now, obviously, if you're working on the first challenge where you're dealing damage at 75 meters away, all of those this challenge and all the other ones will be tracking because you're meeting the requirements for it, right? So a lot of these challenges will work like together if you're working on all of them simultaneously, right? Then there's also like another challenge here, like deal 17,500 damage with a marksman rifle or handguns. Now, in this game, for some reason, the snipers did count as a marksman rifle. So while working on the distance challenges, this will also be tracking for that, right? And then there's another challenge here, deal 10,000 damage with headshots. So as long as you're hitting headshots with the sniper rifle, you're also making progress on this challenge. So a lot of these challenges can kind of work together simultaneously, and they do track simultaneously. The only thing is with these circuits is the challenges need to be available to you. So like if you had started like when the challenge only like stage 1 was available to you, then obviously the stage 4 challenges wouldn't be tracking. But now that all 4 stages are available, including stage 4, and you might be working on some of the stage 1, stage 4, they will track simultaneously and complete together, provided you're meeting the requirements, right? So a lot of these challenges you can do combined together. Like here's another one, eliminate 10 enemies with quick melee. Now quick melee is it's not the melee using a melee weapon. It's the melee when you have a regular weapon and you kind of like melee with it. Like you kind of swing with the weapon butt to do the damage, right? So it's not a melee weapon, it's just a regular weapon, but meleeing with that, right? So this one is pretty difficult because the quick melee doesn't do a whole load of damage. So to get the elimination using a quick melee, you need to have already damaged the enemy quite a chunky amount before you do the quick melee, or you're going to have to do several follow-up quick melees that might not work out so well for you. Because once the enemy knows that you're trying to quick melee them, they will start shooting back at you and can kill you very quickly, right? So with this challenge, my recommendation, if you have it unlocked, is utilize the throwing knives. And if you utilize the throwing knives, if you see a light enemy, one throwing knife will basically deplete most of their health, allowing you to quick melee them immediately. Not all the time, but I'm pretty sure most of the time, if you do a throwing knife on a light enemy, it basically removes most of their health, where a quick melee will be able to finish them. So that might be a choice that you might want to consider. The other thing is obviously use your gun, damage them enough so they're very low in health, and then quickly melee them to finish them off. Something like a sniper at close range, if you quick scope someone very close, you're going to do a lot of damage that you can maybe quick melee them. Obviously, also the heavies and the mediums, they have a lot of health, so the throwing knives don't work quite as well with them because you need to do multiple throwing knives, and then depending, the throwing knives do a lot of damage, but if you for the heavy, for example, if you do two throwing knives, you'll knock out a lot of their health. But a single quick melee won't be enough to finish them off, right? And if a single throwing knife will finish them off. So you can do 3, you can do 2. So it's sort of like a balancing game on when you want to throw that quick melee. Like I said, for me, I was kind of targeting light enemies with the throwing knives. I'll throw one, damage them a chunk, and then quick melee them. Also, in regular gunfights, I try to throw it in. Also with mediums and heavies, maybe if teammates are firing back at them, they'll reduce enough health with you so you can quick melee them and get the finish. Unsuspecting victims, quick melees are a good idea, right? Now, there is also in the stage 4, another one, eliminate 5 opponents using quick melee. Now, because both stage 1 and 4 are available to you at the moment, you can simultaneously work on both of these. So by completing stage 1, getting the 10 quick melees, you're obviously also going to have that 5 opponents with using quick melees completed because it's less, right? So like I said, challenges can be simultaneously combined to be completed if you choose to utilize it that way, right? Now for this deal 1,500 damage with opponents with fire, there are obviously fire grenades and the fire canisters in the map that do fire damage. But what I found the easiest for this one was utilizing the flamethrower for the heavy. So if you have that unlocked, maybe utilize that and you'll knock out this challenge faster. Now there is also another duplicate challenge somewhere in here, which requires fire damage. And now this one and that one can be combined together because they're both available to you, right? So a lot of these challenges, even though there are quite a few, they can work together to complete it. While you're working on one, will complete the other also, right? For the damage 10 opponents while sliding, this challenge I found when I was sliding, if I'd aim down sights or if I turned too much, it would sort of cancel the slide. So what you want to do is slide into an enemy and just start hip firing at them without doing too much adjustments, right? And that's what tracks for this challenge. Now you don't need to eliminate the opponents while sliding, you just need to do damage to them. Just make sure you're not aiming down sights while in slide or you're turning too much and all, because that tends to negate the slide and then you don't get credit for the challenge, right? And finally, this one I think was maybe another one that might take you a little bit of time, is deal 2,500 damage opponents with grenades. So this one you need to equip the grenade and throw it at enemies. Again, power shift, when they're on the platform, throwing grenades at them, you tend to do damage to them if you get a good nade at them. So it will progress. And there is another challenge that requires grenade damage in the stage 4. So both of these will work simultaneously, tracking together because both stages are available to you. Now, the reason I bring this one up, it's pretty obvious that you need to use grenades. But I was hoping actually the grenade launcher would work for this. And at least for me, when I was doing this challenge, the grenade launcher did not track for this challenge. So that was a little disappointing. I thought that would be an easier way to complete this challenge without using grenades and timing the nades right and all that. This one, you do need to use the grenades, at least in this, at least when I did it. So yeah, utilize grenades, power shift, throw them into the platform, and you should be able to complete it. Now, like I said, each stage has their own little reward that only requires 5 of the challenges to be completed out of the 7, and then you'll earn these smaller rewards. But for the final circuit reward, the Kinetic Flare AKM weapon skin, you do need to complete all 28 challenges. So it might seem a little daunting, but a lot of these challenges work together and can be completed simultaneously while you're doing one challenge, the other one's tracking also. So it's not quite as bad as it seems. And like I said, when I actually focused on the challenges that were left for me, which was quite a few of them, it didn't take me more than like 5 to 6 hours, maximum 7 hours. Now, I had completed a few of the other challenges, so it's not all of the challenges, but a lot of the hard ones at least that were still pending, and a lot of like the more grindy ones that were still pending. Once I got into the flow, I was able to complete it. And honestly, like I said in the beginning, I'm not that great at the game. I didn't know the meta ways to complete a lot of these challenges. So there might, if you do it efficiently and you're very skilled, you could probably knock these out even quicker than that, right? So yeah, once you complete the challenges, you unlock the mastery reward, or the circuit reward as they call it here. So let's go ahead and check that out. AKM Assault Rifle, Kinetic Flare, weapon skin, unlocked. Let's go ahead and check it out, rotate it around, and get a closer look. So this is the skin that you get for the AKM. It is the medium weapon, the AK. So if you're a medium main and you like the AK, this might be a skin you want to get. Now, it is pretty cool. I do like it. The highlights around the weapon sort of like kind of highlight it in the darker areas. And as you can see, when it's in light, you've got that purple look to it, right? But when the skin goes into the shade, that purple sort of turns into a blue and darkens up, which I really do like, right? That's very cool. I do like that. And you do see that in game. Like in the darker areas, the gun will have a little more darker blue look tint to it. And in the brighter areas, it'll have that purple tint. And also, as you can see, there's a little note there from CNS with love on the top of your weapon, on both ends of the weapon. So yeah, a really nice blueprint for the grind. And it was fun. I honestly had fun grinding out those challenges. It wasn't as bad as one might think. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump in and try out the weapon, play a few games, and then call it. Now, I'm giving you a heads up. I'm playing with randoms. I'm not particularly that great. So I'll do what I can, and, you know, luck of the draw with the randoms. Hopefully it's not too bad. We'll play a couple of games in each, like quick play, power shift, and terminal attack, and then we'll call it. 2 or 3 games, depending on how fast they are, how quick they go by.
The retros, the moves, and finally, the high notes. It's game time, folks.
Yeah, you can see the highlight sort of glows also in the darkness.
Navigate a maze of digital marvels and
Pretty
glitches
nice.
as they compete for fame and fortune.
The retros are eyeing the contents of Vault 1.
Our teams have made their presence known as we've got our very own match. You're down.
Honey, I'm home.
Together, stay close. Going for that. Relocating. Enemy down.
The high notes got the cash box.
Gotta reload. Cash on the move. Let's go. Shoot for cash out B.
Drop the mine. Explosive mine out.
Where on earth is this?
I can tell by all that yelling that the high notes will start their first mission. The retros will need to try again. Team wiped.
They've been archived, Scotty.
The retros are respawning and hoping to recreate those glory days.
Eliminations are piling up for a contestant out there. Let's see how far they can take it.
Explosive mine armed! Planting a mine!
Hold on to your respawn credits.
One contestant doesn't seem to like it. I wonder how much will stand when they're done. I guess that cash out is my theft play. Keep it successful. notes will need to try again. Team wiped.
They lost their rhythm and they paid for it. Engage Vault 2.
The high notes are re-entering the arena.
Moving.
Vogue's getting ready to pile into Vault 2. Yikes! Team wipe for the Vogues.
It seems they couldn't find their runway to success.
Gotcha! Relocating!
The Vogues have returned to the arena. Cash out underway
Mind
thanks
the
to the
mine.
high notes.
Explosive mindset! Time to bounce!
Going over there.
Moving!
Whoa! Rapid fire takedowns. A contestant in the Vogues just wiped out several opponents in a row.
Up! Setting a mine! Moving in there!
Thanks, you're a star.
Going out, follow me! Spotted an enemy!
High notes struck the right chord in this match. And with that, we'll see you next time at the finals.
That was a good team. What's up, Slayer? How you doing? Change
Overdogs,
myself fast.
the Mighty, and finally, the Kingfish.
Got what we needed.
The arena has loaded. Buckle up. Prepare for a whirlwind cash dash in Quick Cash. The team that secures a big enough stash first will triumph.
Right on the money, Scotty. Speed is key.
One is being unseated by the Kingfish.
Here we go, Scotty. The teams are getting to know each other out there. And by that I mean we have our first. Reload. They got me.
Ouch! The Kingfish suffered a wipeout.
Someone took a net to the Kingfish. In fight.
The Overdogs swooped up a cash box.
Out. Reload. Take it down.
Overdogs are looking for a
No.
I got you. Using gas grenade. Tossing some fire.
surprise. Deploying a surprise.
Frag grenade sent.
Explosive mindset.
Enemy down.
Way to open the match. The Overdogs land the first kill. Contestant is destroying stuff left and right. Look at them go.
Time to disappear. Gotta reload. This might burn.
The Overdogs are rising to the challenge. They're opening Vault 2.
Oh, just 1 second.
The Overdogs swooped up a cash box. The Kingfish have returned to the arena. The mighty stick up the cash box.
Got a contestant!
One contestant is trying out how much damage those rolls
Find
can
the
take.
mine!
Keep it, I say.
Explosive mine placed.
The overdog's got the cash box.
Teammates back!
Why isn't teammate respawning, dude? This Dusty Skulls
Team
is
win for
not
Kingfish.
They
respawning.
just couldn't swim away from that one.
So, like, we keep getting team wiped.
We've got the Kingfish returning to the arena.
Or is it the other? I don't know.
Aggressive steal by the Kingfish. The mighty are back in action.
Moving in there now!
With that cash out, the Kingfish are looking more like Barracuda in the arena. And there's another vault available for our cash-hungry teams.
Defense successful.
Enemy over there! Back to action!
Things are heating up as we pass the halfway point of this match.
We're in for a wild ride. Every second counts.
The Kingfish are trying to rule the waters,
Guess my
unlocking
time.
The Mighty got the cash box.
Visual to mine, please.
The Mighty will need to reboot. Team wiped.
Charge to cash out C.
The Overdogs have returned to the arena. The Kingfish are looking for a crown. They've started a cash out.
Arming a mine. Drop the mine. Explosive mindset.
Reloading.
Shit.
Taking damage.
A team-wide mishap for the Kingfish.
They're floundering, Scotty.
The Overdogs neck and neck with an equal cash score for all teams. I can't wait to see how this unfolds. And just like that, a new vault has appeared in the arena.
Wait, really?
The Overdogs swoop.
Take back.
Just run, man.
An awkward moment for the Kingfish.
Keep getting
Team
team
wiped.
respawn, dude.
Cash out set in motion by the Overdogs.
I don't know what to say, but, it looks like this game show event has taken an unexpected turn.
The skies are still filled with these feisty critters in this unexpected game show event. changes.
A contestant is
that was a close one.
The Overdogs lived up to their name in this
That was a
match.
close one.
Hot dog.
That was
On
good.
behalf of all
If
of us
I
here
could
at
have
the
stolen
finals,
that.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, those are two pretty good games. Let's go to Power Shift now. There's too many lights in our team.
All right, the mighty up against the shock and awe. Watch closely, folks. They're ready.
You're tuning into Power Shift, where the battleground is a platform and victory lies in getting it back to home base.
Enemy over there.
Contestants need to stay in control to keep moving in the right direction. The closer they get to home, the more cash they'll collect. The air is crackling with anticipation as the shock and awe are the first to landing a turret, taking it by storm.
Buckle up, everyone. Our first elimination is really sending a message. This match is on. And just like that, we've got our first elimination of the match.
We've got motion. The shock and awe are on the offensive. We've got motion. Throwing pyro grenade.
Contested. Let's see who's on top.
We must be working on the sniper challenge only. This is the. This is a good match to do that.
Going for that zip line.
The platform remains under lockdown by the mighty.
Reloading.
I mean, there's not much we can do about winning this game. Like, I think the bulk of our teammates are like doing what this guy's doing, working on their sniper.
Both of our teams are refusing to hand over the platform to the other. A contestant is on an elimination streak.
The Mighty are now in the driver's seat and advancing.
Gonna revive! Cover me! Community, meet turret!
I'm going down there. Spotted an enemy.
It feels like the shock and awe have had the
Enemy
right
over there.
disrupting our broadcasts.
We are halfway through now. The anticipation is driving me
Enemy over
crazy.
No time to run and get snacks, viewers.
What happened there? That's unfortunate. It was like getting janky, and then it just crashed, huh? I could feel it. I could feel it. It's fine. We'll play like another couple of games. Our team is just fucking making the comeback too, man. No, team mediums would have
The
been
tough
good.
shells versus the Mighty. The arena's calling.
You're tuning into Power Shift, where the battleground is a platform and victory lies in getting it back to home base.
Contestants need to stay in control to keep moving in the right direction. The closer they get to home, the more cash they'll collect.
This game, it gets sometimes locked into a running animation that's really freaking weird.
It's the calm before the storm as neither team has made our platform move yet.
We've got our first elimination, Scotty. Talk about making a solid first impression on our sponsors. It's official. The teams have sized each other up. We've got our
Explosive mindset!
The Mighty are the first ones to take control of the platform. Stupidness.
No, shit.
We've got motion. The Mighty are on the offensive. with the play so far.
Viewers, don't go anywhere. You won't want to miss a second.
Hey.
APS defending. Planting a turret. Explosive mine out. Loading the mine.
The platform remains under lockdown by the mighty. Time to disappear.
They've got 3 people playing objective.
The
We've
tough
only got
shells are a
like 2.
formidable presence on that
And
platform.
that's it too, like.
This might work. Skyguard active.
Our contestants have to think fast and move even faster if they want to stand a chance in power shift.
It's a real test of agility and reflexes, this one.
This might burn.
And the mighty take over the helm and start to advance to their base.
I'm going up there.
Enemy down there.
go.
The mighty
Okay.
charted a course to the
You
win
know,
this time
considering
on Power
teammates were
Shift.
like
Thanks
nowhere
again to
near
our
objective
sponsors
most of the
and to our
game,
viewers at home.
I'm surprised we were able to hold the objectives so close to the middle. Play one more, and then we'll switch to terminal.
And the mighty are now the masters of the platform. Halftime. The tension is rising by the minute.
The excitement keeps building, Scotty. I can hardly wait for what's in store.
We've got motion. The socialites are on the attention. Planting a mine. Explosive mine on.
What exactly are the socialites up to on that platform? And how do I get an invite?
Look at that move. The mighty are now steering the platform home. RPG away.
The platform is now contested territory. The platform's contested. Let's see who comes out on top.
The mighty have claimed the platform.
I don't know what to say, but it looks like this game show event has taken an unexpected turn.
Orders in the socialites. They've started their run. Reloading. Explosive mine placed.
Okay, let's go. Sonar grenade. Bandit contact.
taking control, and they are on the move. With only 30 seconds to go, our contestants are still bringing the action.
Dude, considering how much the team was losing when I joined, we actually made a pretty good comeback. Nearly pulled it back.
And with that, we'll see you next time at the finals.
Anyway, good it was a game in progress since the first one got disconnected. Let's do terminal attack now. A couple of games and then we'll call it. I like the fact that the light, the lines glow and the outline glows. And I love the way the purple kind of shifts to blue in the lighting differences. It's so cool. It's a very cool looking.
Here we go. The
Skin.
Overdogs up against
Button skin.
the Jet Setters. Unleash our contestants.
Decryption key picked up.
And you're joining us as we head into round one of terminal attack.
That's right. Let's see if our attacking team can get that decryption key to a terminal.
They just damaged all our teammates for no reason.
Go to Terminal A.
Decryption key is working its magic to the air.
We've got our very first elimination of the match. The defenders need to act soon. Only 30 seconds remaining on the decryption.
The defenders are on the ropes with only one. The attacker's onslaught was just too much to handle for the defenders this round.
Throwing fire.
And we're kicking off round two.
Our teams are warmed up. Time to dive in again.
The last defender needs to be calculating before jumping into any danger now. Ten seconds left. Round over, and the attackers outmaneuvered the defenders this time. And we're kicking off round 3.
The previous round didn't disappoint. Let's see whether this next one can top it.
Gotta reload. Great ball. Head to Terminal A.
Gas mine time. Setting a mine.
The decryption key is in, starting the countdown. It's a race against time for the defenders now.
APS on guard.
The defenders are close to getting wiped.
30 seconds left for the defenders to crack down on that decryption attempt.
Round over, attackers take the win.
We have a bit of a switch for our contestants. Our former defenders are now leading the charge as attackers.
And we're kicking off round 4.
This could be it, Scotty. If the defenders grab another win, they'll be walking away as our winners.
Gas mine deployed. Drop the mine. Explosive mine placed. Explosive mine out. Turret tracking.
I'm gonna use that zip line. Gonna use that zip line. Gonna use that zip line.
The attackers have been whittled down to their final contestant, folks.
Arming a mine.
In the dance of attack and defend, the defenders claim this round.
The Jet Setters have landed a smooth victory in this match. Thanks again to our sponsors and to our viewers at home.
Good team. Guys, come inside. Come inside, come inside. Go inside. Go inside, go inside.
Now, the Mighty versus the Steamrollers. The stage is set. It's showtime.
And you're joining us as we head into round 1 of Terminal Attack.
That's right. Let's see if our attacking team can get that decryption key to a terminal.
Gas mine dropped. Setting a mine. Setting a mine. Relocating. Enemy spotted up there.
It's on, Scotty. We've got our first elimination. The action is sure to ramp up now.
Moving, follow me. Threat detected. I'm relocating.
The attackers have got the decryption key at a terminal. Countdown started.
Enemy spotted. Up there.
The defenders have 30 seconds left to stop that decryption.
Only one brave attacker left out there. Ten seconds.
Our defenders claim the round after resisting that push. Splendid play.
Next up, round 2.
And so our contest continues.
Deploying a surprise. Going over there.
key. The defenders need to break the sequence. It's a lonely arena for the attackers.
Round over. The defenders certainly pulled the carpet out from under that attack.
Next up, round 3.
A fresh opportunity to shine.
Gas mine on! Gas mine set! Deploying a surprise! Mine on. Anti-air online! Enemy down!
Only one attacker left standing. It's all on their shoulders now.
Yikes, the attackers met an immovable force this round. There's a switcheroo in store this round. Our attackers become the defenders and vice versa.
I've hardly seen any combat this round.
Next up, round 4.
This could be our last round if the attackers win. I can't wait to find out.
Agreed!
The key is in, and a terminal's coming there. Our defenders are on the case.
Gas mine deployed! Arming a mine! Deploying a surprise! Gotta reload!
30 seconds until we have a successful decryption. The
Special
pressure's
delivery.
mounting.
Throwing a frag! I reload!
After that kerfuffle, the round goes to our defenders.
And we're kicking off round 5.
Will this round be our finale? That's up to the attackers as they could clinch the victory with a win.
Gotcha! Set the mine! Drop the mine!
attackers. With the decryption key inserted, the countdown challenges defenders to act fast.
Sending threat. Reloading.
Only 30 seconds left for the defenders to halt the decryption process.
Ten seconds. Round over and the attackers take it home. Well, the Steamrollers certainly cranked out a win in this match. Congratulations to our rising stars.
Masters Circuit 100%er or Circuit Reward AKM Kinetic Flare. Checked out, played with, enjoyed. Yeah, take two was better. I did 2 takes. The first take was rough. It's a real roll of the dice with teammates and potential gameplay in this game sometimes. So yeah, Kinetic Flare AKM blueprint, played, enjoyed, checked out. It is Season 2's Masters Circuit Reward. You get it. You get it. I don't know if my controller's got a lot of drift at all. You get it by completing all the challenges for the Masters Circuit. Yeah, it was... it's a nice little reward. I've been basically only using the AKM. I play medium pretty much whenever I play this game because that's like the class I enjoy the most. And I started using the AKM and I've just not bothered really using anything else. I do want to try out the other weapons and all that, but I was like, oh, you know, the AKM's pretty good. I'll just keep using it. That's how it went, and having a nice little mastery reward blueprint from Season 2's challenges, it's a nice feeling. It's nice to have in the collection because I'll definitely get a lot of use out of it. You know, sometimes when you get the blueprints for like weapons you're not used or you hardly use, it's like nice for the collection, but it's not quite something you'd see or use at all, right? Whereas in this case, for me at least, I'll be totally using this a ton. Really nice looking blueprint. It honestly looks amazing in the like darker maps. Honestly, when I saw it, I was like, I'm not like the biggest fan of purple and all, but just seeing the like way it reacts to lighting and like the different like the way it goes blue and then how the highlights around the weapon glow and the like kind of TV bars. I presume those are like the bars of a TV screen when it's gone static, or not static, but when it goes to that bar screen or whatever, like standby screen, right? So I presume that's what it represents as the colors of the magazine. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. So I do have some thoughts and feelings around the whole grind and everything. Because there was, as much as I do enjoy it, I did enjoy it. I actually really enjoyed it, grinding out the mastery circuit. But there were definitely like bugs and issues that I came across that I was like, oh, I wish it wasn't there, or maybe things could have been done a little differently or something like that. And okay, I think I'll start off with a little story. Okay, we'll start off with the first gripe I had. So my initial plan for this game was I'm gonna mainly play the events, and if there's enough events that I can get close to completing the battle pass, I'll buy the 20 skip battle pass, so I can just skip to the end, right? So that's what my plan was for this particular battle pass. I was like, okay, if I can get to mid 80s, I'll buy the battle pass, and that'll give me the 20 skips close enough to the end of the thing, the 100 and whatever, and I'll be done with the battle pass without having to grind the final tiers, right? Now, unfortunately, yesterday I did a long stream to grind out the game, mainly because of the community challenge, just to participate in it, but also to coincide with grinding out the battle pass to get as close to as I can. Because I do want to buy the battle pass, and personally, I would have just rather bought the 20 skip battle pass, so meaning I would have had to actually buy a little bit more credits to pay for that extra like premium version of the tier skip battle pass, right? So I was willing to go that route and give like a little bit of like money to the game, get the full battle pass completed and all that. And when I started the stream, I had checked the battle pass the night before, and that 20 skip option was still available and all that. So I was like, okay, great. I grounded out and I got to tier 81 in the battle pass. I was basically halfway through getting to 82. And I finished the stream, and then I was like, okay, I'm close enough. Might as well just buy the battle pass now, get the skips and all that. Unfortunately, with this game, at some point in time, you go too far, I guess, and they don't give you the option to buy the 20 skip battle pass. So the only option for the battle pass was the base version, premium version, but without the skips, right? So I was like, man, dang it, that sucks, right? I'm not going to buy the battle pass because grinding out like 20 plus tiers, that's going to be too much for me. I'm not going to be able to get like the final rewards, the good stuff, right? But then I did all the calculations and stuff like that. And basically, provided I completed level 82, I was going to get basically the same amount of credits that I had saved up in my collection that I'd purchased before and I had in like my little savings on the game. So I was like, okay, might as well just buy the battle pass, I'm getting my money back even if I'm not going to complete it, right? So I bought it and closed the game, started watching TV, ended up watching like Aquaman, and man, that was such a boring movie, the new one. It was okay. I finished it off today, but halfway through I got bored of it. And it was pretty late at night, but I was like, I was like a little shy of breaking even. Let me get my level 82 completed. I was halfway through this, right? So I was like, let me just complete a few of the mastery challenges, and like I'll complete, the grind for that thing. I'll get my credits back, and then I'll maybe grind the dailies, like every so often before the season ends, so I can try to get as much of the battle pass completed, right? So I jumped on. And, like I said, I had some progress in the stage 1 and 2. And because of yesterday's stream, I made a little progress in 3 and 4, right? But nowhere near like completing this. I was very far from completing it. So I started doing the challenges and just playing a little bit. And the challenges were flowing, I was getting them completed. And then I got like interested in doing some of the harder challenges. It'll be kind of interesting if I can do the quick melee one, right? Or it'd be kind of interesting. I wanted to snipe a little bit. So I was like, maybe I'll do the marksman rifle and the kind of like long shot one in power shift and all that. So I was making progress on all of those, and it was just flowing, and it was good. It felt good. And like I said in the beginning, a lot of these challenges, they kind of, because I hadn't completed any of the stages in the previous weeks, I was able to simultaneously complete a lot of them, right? Like simultaneously work on a lot of them while making progress on a bunch, right? Next thing I know, I had completed most of the challenges, and I've only got like a few of the challenges, like the hard ones left, like Cutlet, stop it. a few of the like harder ones left and all. And I was interested in testing out things like, what is the most effective way of completing the fire damage one? If I use the flamethrower, will that work? What is the most effective way of completing the grenade challenge one, right? Whether the slide challenge would work, how easy is the slide challenge? That should be pretty easy, right? So I was doing all these little testings and stuff like that, and just figuring out things and slowly completing the challenges while I'm testing out all these different concepts of what will and what won't work, right? And ended up being like, I don't exactly know what time I started. It was like maybe like 1 or 2 in the morning, 1:30 or 1, 2-ish, like somewhere in that line, right? Or something. I'm not sure when I started exactly, but it was like midnight, late night, right? And I was only planning playing one game. Next thing I know, it's like 6 in the morning or something like that, and I'm nearly done with the challenges, right? And I just ended up completing all of them, and I was like, I'll just keep going. I'll just keep completing them, and I ended up completing all the challenges. Like I said, the bulk of the challenges I hadn't completed, the bulk of them, and it only took me like 5-6 hours of like really focusing, hunkering down, and just focusing on the challenges that I was trying to complete, right? And I was able to make progress on them. Definitely the slower ones were like something like the quick melee one. That took quite a few games, but once I got the technique down, I was getting like at least 2 quick melees a power shift game, depending on the enemies, right? If the enemies were like good, like then it was tough. But if the enemies were like okay, then I was averaging around 2 quick melees. And then I had like some of the like more grindy stuff, like get the 2,500 damage with grenades, which mind you, this one tracked funny. Like I had it on my tracking, and it showcased like it was way ahead. Like I had completed it, and then when I checked, it was like way short of completing it. So like the tracking on it was a little funny, but yeah, I just kept on going with it and all. Again, I was a little disappointed that the grenade launcher didn't count for this challenge. I was like, that should have counted. It is a grenade launcher, and that would have been kind of the more kind of like smart but easy way to complete the grenade challenge, right? But it wasn't. So it wasn't tracking that. So I just ended up doing it with regular grenades and got it done. And then I had like maybe the heavy challenge. I needed to like do damage with the heavies, a certain amount, and I had the 10,000 headshot and 17,500 damage with the marksman rifle. I'd made progress on these two quite a bit, so it was like halfway completed. And the heavy one, where I had to play as heavy, I don't know which one it is. Oh, here, this one. Deal 15,000 damage heavy. I barely touched that, right? And it was getting around the time when the daily challenge refresh happened in the game. So I was like, man, I've played so much, might as well complete the daily challenges, right? So I started working on the heavies and completed that, and had completed the daily challenge. And I was like, okay, there's just a little bit left. Just the marksman rifle challenge and the headshot challenge, which I had already almost completed, like halfway through. So I ended up just completing them. And just the overall experience was, man, I actually had so much fun grinding it out. Like, it's been a bit, where like I've gotten a challenge where like it's kind of kept me up all night, whereas like got me motivated enough that I want to complete them. And I do have to say the pacing and the progression of it was like brilliant, because I was completing stuff on a regular basis where I was feeling some form of accomplishment in the completion, and still progressing through the challenges in a good pace that I felt like I could keep going, which is a great way of like handling the challenge system. If it had been too grindy and like if the challenges didn't like coincide with each other properly, so you couldn't work on them, like you had to work on them individually, or if you had to like do the stages one at a time and all, there would be no chance that I would have been able to like complete it. I probably wouldn't have bothered, right? But because of just the flow and the way the challenges were tracking and like just the fun factor of everything and figuring out all of it, it did end up being quite an enjoyable experience. I definitely think I might make an attempt on doing this challenge, like the Mastery Masters circuit next season when it becomes available. I don't know if I'll do another showcase of it. The main reason I wanted to do the Master of Masteries for this one was because I used the weapon a lot, right? So I do like it, but I don't like doing these kind of streams where I'm sort of like put on the spotlight to perform, right? Like I just like to chill play this game a little more. Like the first take, the way you get randoms in this game, sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. And with the first take, it sort of didn't work out for me. And I was like, man, I didn't do too great. My teammates didn't help too much. It was a bit of a rough scene, And then I was like, okay, let's do a second take. And this second take, I got like brilliant teammates, right? So it worked out beautifully. Didn't have to do too much effort, and I was able to like perform well, right? Because it's thankful to like the rando teammates I had also, right? So I don't know. We'll see what the circuit reward is next season if I want to like cover it or not. But the fact is, I do like this mastery circuit concept, and I really did enjoy myself grinding it out. So big props to the way they like did this. Like this, it's got like that kind of like 100% to completionist concept, right? That people love to like do. That being said, though, there were like I said, the grenade launcher challenge. I think that should have counted as a grenade, damage stuff. Also, I like the fact that these challenges were kind of like introducing you to the game, right? Like it's a good way to introduce you to the game. But I think come season 3, right? I think the challenges personally, I'd prefer if the challenges like didn't necessarily force you to do stuff that, put you way out of your like preferred play style, right? Main reason is, like I said in a little bit, I think I said it in the first take, which I'll crop out. But some of these challenges, like, the sniper challenge and all, it kind of encourages people to not play the objective properly and stuff like that. So finding that balance of like creating a challenge that people want to engage and enjoy a lot, but also allows them to like play the way they want to play and contribute to the game and the match in a productive way as a teammate, right? It's a tough way to do that. Also, I do think as the seasons go by, catering to just the new players, right? Like creating these kind of like challenges that are mainly to just introduce you to something is less important, as opposed to creating the like challenges that will encourage the longer players to keep finding value in completing those like mastery grinds, right? So yeah, I don't necessarily want them to make it more grindy or way tougher and stuff like that, but maybe like figure out ways to make things more interesting. Like I think the quick melee challenge was not a great challenge, like because I had fun once I got the throwing knife thing going and all that. The throwing knives are pretty OP, so I was like having fun doing that, right? But I think instead of just quick melee challenge, maybe just across the board melee kills, melee damage challenge would have been more appropriate. That way, like people who want to just do the melee weapon to complete it, it's fine. But also if you do quick melees, that will contribute to the challenge, it's like that, right? So things like that, I think, could be better or changed around, so you're not like encouraging kind of silly play. Like for a lot of the quick melee challenges, I would throw the throwing knives and I wouldn't do enough to kill them because I wanted to just damage them enough so I can quick melee them, right? So I was throwing my life away and not playing like a good teammate. Whereas if I was just like, get eliminations with the throwing knife or get eliminations with melee weapons, I'd have just been going for the eliminations and not doing something silly or like trying to get that quick melee, right? So yeah, I think some of the challenges can be just changed around to just be more streamlined for the players that have been playing for a while and don't want to do something silly and throw the games that they're playing while still engaging them in kind of long-term challenge system for the season. What's up, Aditya? Yes, I finished it. I stayed up all night yesterday and completed it. Thank you. Appreciate you stopping by. So yeah, that's like some of the like things I'd suggest as far as the challenges go. There's also other things that I found to be like a while ago. I was talking about the vibration not being particularly good in this game, where it gives you directional information for like shots and stuff like that. And usually I play all my shooters with vibration on, but in this game there is some bug with the vibration where the vibration just goes insane. And it happens a lot also like during kill cams, which I really don't like. Or like not kill cams, when you're watching a teammate, like when you're in the like elimination state and you're like watching a teammate, your controller will be vibrating crazy when they're doing certain actions. Like I think disabling vibration when you're in the kill cam so you're not feeling their vibration, that, and certainly not going to the extreme levels of vibration like that. Like there's definitely some like over tuning to the controller vibration. It got to the point where it was like so like irritating to just get the like mad controller vibrations while I'm watching a teammate, not even playing the game, right? That I actually ended up disabling the like controller vibration in this game because I wasn't like too thrilled with that. There's also like some other bugs that were getting a little bit annoying. I don't know what causes it, but there are times where you'll be sprinting and it gets locked into that sprint animation. So when you pull the trigger or something like that, he doesn't react to it. So he's not shooting like it gets locked into this running thing. So kind of like in a Twitch shooter, like, or arcade shooter, you want like that response time to be very quick, right? So when that animation gets locked, it's very frustrating, and that happened quite a few times. The other thing was like, I don't know, again, if this might be my controller, I don't know. But yesterday I was finding a lot of times when I was running, suddenly he just stopped running. Like the input like got canceled or something, right? So that's why that particular thing, I'm wondering whether that's my controller or not, or if it's the game. I'll have to do testing on other games to see if that's happening in other games or not. It might be my controller that needs like replacing, but it might also be the game, because that was kind of weird. That sometimes happens, I think, with the games. I don't know what causes it, but that was there. Yeah, I played a lot of Power Shift to complete a lot of the challenges too. I ended up playing Power Shift a lot. Yeah, it's strange, like going to that point also. Like I started actually liking Quick Cache more than Power Shift when that was introduced. But now as like a casual like gameplay mode, Power Shift's like so much more fun. I actually enjoy Power Shift so much more as a casual player with the randoms. I think Quick Cache for me, like, it's got that like really massive swings on. You sometimes get really decent teammates that are playing properly in the way you want to play with them in Quick Cache, and then sometimes you get like teammates that are really, really bad, and it can get more frustrating than need be. Whereas in Power Shift, I think like even you do get bad teammates and all, and that's frustrating and all. But I think more than not, I've found that like the casual bulk of the audience playing Power Shift are, less, I don't know, it feels less stressful, maybe because there's more players, right? So it becomes like, it just feels a little more casual. So yeah, I've been enjoying Power Shift quite a lot. That's been a pretty good addition to the game, I feel. That's for damn sure. The other thing I do want to say, and this one's going to come off as harsh, but it's just the way I feel. I really don't like the scaling up battle passes. I really don't like that. Now, I understand these tiers from tier 97 to 106. These were bonus tiers added to the battle pass after the fact. So they're kind of like special, right? But I really don't like the fact that tier 1 was like 9,000 XP. Whereas tier 94, like 80s and 90s and all that, they were like 12,000 XP, right? And now you're getting to these like special tiers that are like 24,000, 40,000. I don't even know what this 106 one is gonna be. I don't like that. Like one, I feel like that's really a dishonest way of like handling a battle pass. Like I think a tier should be the same amount of XP from level 1 to the final level. It should progress the exact same amount so you can accurately gauge how much effort it's going to take you to complete the battle pass without being fooled. Like Rogue Company did the same thing, and I really hated it. I really hated it because you can never gauge how much effort it is required to complete the battle pass. Whereas, like, you know, and I feel like it in the beginning, you're progressing through the battle pass so fast, right? So you're like encouraged, like, oh, I'm gonna complete it, so it's no problem. I'm going through it so fast, I'll definitely complete it. And then you buy the battle pass, and next thing you know, you have to put so many more hours because the later tiers take so much longer, double the time, or like in the like bonus level case, much more than that. And even though these are bonus tiers in the battle pass, I'm gonna be like frank, it was clearly part of the battle pass. Like, this wasn't an afterthought. I'm pretty sure they knew they were gonna add these bonus tiers halfway through, right? So they knew this was gonna be part of the battle pass. So yeah, I don't like a scaling up battle pass XP based. I mean, this tier, yeah, I'll show you. Can you not even, oh, you can't even buy these tiers, huh? I guess that's good. So it genuinely is. But let's just say like tier 80, okay? If I was to buy it, just a single tier skip from here to here, right? Or here to here, right? Whatever it is. That would have cost 150 credits. Is it cheaper to buy a tier at the early stages? I don't think so. It's still going to be 150 credits, right? So pricing wise, it's the same. Every tier costs the same. I think XP should be the same. It should be. Because I just don't... I think it's dishonest to your player base. That's all it is. And I'm just saying that as a player who does... Like, I honestly don't see myself buying the Battle Pass next season. I think I'm going to participate in the events like I do. I think I'm going to maybe not participate quite as many hours as I did last time. Like this season, I played extra. Like I put extra time into the challenges and the like community challenges and all because I wanted to make progress in the Battle Pass, right? Next season, knowing that there's this scaling up Battle Pass and the later tiers are like very grindy, and the fact that I can't buy the 20 tier skips if I get to a spot where I want to buy it, you know, like I got to this 80 spot. I've been grinding the Battle Pass hard this season to get to this spot, knowing that I was going to buy the 20 skip one, and then I couldn't buy it because I was like locked out of the purchase, right? And then it's like, oh, I need to buy the tiers, each tier individually at 150 credits or something like that, right? I don't like that. I don't like that. So yeah, it just discourages me from wanting to do this next season, right? As far as the Battle Pass goes, right? So yeah, I think this is just like customer feedback, if nothing else. You know, you don't need to like listen to me. You don't need to like agree with me on this one. It's just my personal feelings. Like I said, the Mastery Circuit, this thing was absolutely brilliant. And I don't know if I will or won't grind it out next season, but I had so much fun this season doing it. I'll definitely look at it and consider it next season. Tito, hey, little nerd. I think I'll also just be more aware of like the circuit challenges next season when I'm playing like the events and all that. So I'll keep those like, you know, like, oh, maybe I should do this and that and the other, right? So yeah, this was a big dub. Definitely some bugginess or some like improvements. Battle Pass, as cool as the items were in the Battle Pass, the scaling up XP thing was kind of like an L for me. I was like, nah, it's not something I'm super into. There are other things I thought about, but like I said, No, it wasn't, man. I'm pretty sure. Aditya, I'm pretty sure. Like the early tiers of the Battle Pass were 9,000 XP, and then the later tiers, like in the like regular Battle Pass, were 12,000. So they did scale it up a little bit. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad, but they did scale it up. And then this bonus tier was like kind of over the top. So I understand this being a bonus section, but I still don't like the fact that it scales up like that. Like when you pay for a battle pass, you want to complete and earn everything. I'm a big proponent as far as the battle pass goes. I'm still like of the mindset that it should be a permanent. You should have permanent access to the battle pass. It should never expire. It's just something you have. If you've purchased it, it should be in your thing, and you can grind it out for however long and whenever you want, and complete it in your own time. That's what a real battle pass should be. The FOMO aspect of battle passes, I hate it. I hate it. And then having this kind of scaling up XP thing, I'm not like the biggest fan. I mean, I could be wrong. I am old, so my memory could be off. But I vaguely remember like the early tiers being at 9,000 XP, and definitely the later tiers were at 12,000. So I'm pretty sure there was a little bit of scaling up, even though it wasn't much, but there was a little bit. What else? I mean, I guess whatever else. It's not super important. For the most part, I had like a lot of fun. I had so much fun. Like I said, it's been a long time since like a challenge thing has like kept me up all night, and I felt rewarded at the end of like that night. You know, the little grind session, and this definitely gave me that feeling. I felt super rewarded by the end of it. Like I did. And on top of that, I made a lot of progress on the Battle Pass that, you know, I wasn't able to purchase outright, which was the original plan. Yeah, that's the thing I don't like about it. They shouldn't do that. They should just make it an equal amount of XP from beginning to end. That way, like when you start off like and you're leveling up so fast in the beginning, it kind of in your head is like, oh, I'll definitely complete this, right? So you buy the battle pass, and then when you get to those later stages and it's more grindy, I feel that's manipulative, right? Ten, 15 levels up in the battle pass. Did they change that in between or something like that? Because I checked, I played this game in the beginning of the season. Like, oh, are you talking about? I know in the first season, the battle pass was insanely grindy. Like it was so slow. I didn't buy that one because it was just too slow. But the second one, it started off at 9,000 and it ended at 12. So I don't think they changed that mid-season. That was something they had in the beginning. Really? Because I'm like 100% certain, like, I was really impressed. I was really impressed in the beginning of season 2 when I jumped on, like, for like one of the challenge events. I was progressing through the event pass so fast. I actually commented, I was like, dude, if this is the speed you progress through the event pass, I'll probably end up buying it, right? But it also probably had a lot to do with me completing challenges and stuff like that. Anyway, that's not a big deal. Like I said, this is just feedback that I'm giving. It's not a big deal. I mean, in the end of the day, I probably wouldn't be buying the Battle Pass regardless, unless I can get close to completing it, right? Whereas this time around, I'm not going to make that extra effort to get close to completing it, just because I know the like later levels are going to be so grindy that I don't really want to put that time into it. Also, it would have been nice to be able to buy the 20 tier skip at that. Like I ground out like to level 80 expecting to be able to buy the 20 tier skip battle pass. You know, that was my goal. And then to find out like, oh, I cannot buy the 20 tier skip battle pass anymore, that was a little bit of like, that sucks. But that was maybe more my fault. I should have probably bought the battle pass before I got to that point, right, I guess. But yeah, with battle passes and the aspect of FOMO and like, you know, it having a deadline if you don't finish it, I don't like being put into that position where I need to buy something until I know I can complete it, right? And unfortunately, anyway, it's not a big deal. These are just my thoughts behind it. It's not a big deal. I honestly am very happy with like all these items in the Battle Pass. Like I really, really liked the pixel stuff, all this stuff, like and the pixel sword and all. It was something I wanted in my collection, right? So as far as that goes, I'm not hating on the items. They're very cool. I dig it. And like I said, when I got to this stage, even though I couldn't buy the 20 tier skips, I was basically getting my credits back by buying the Battle Pass. So it wasn't like I was losing anything. It was just like, in my head, I was like, oh, I'm not going to be able to complete the Battle Pass because it's so grindy now at the end, right? These end levels are so grindy, I'm not going to be able to complete it. But, I mean, for the most part, I was like, yeah, at least I'll get some of the stuff and I basically get my credits back and all. So it is a very generous Battle Pass overall. Rewards are like really nice, man. Like this is like some really cool stuff. A lot of this stuff, right? So overall, it is a good Battle Pass and all that. But yeah, just my thoughts. I am interested in seeing what they have planned for season 3. That'll be interesting for sure. Based on leaks and all, or at least the Easter eggs that the community is finding, sounding like maybe a Japanese theme, which I'm interested in for sure. Definitely interested in that. Be fun to see that. Another request is when you do add a new map, please have a 24/7 playlist for the new map, please. I didn't play the Sis Horizon when it launched. I didn't play the new season when it launched because it didn't have the 24/7 playlist for Sis Horizon. Otherwise, I probably would have done a stream playing on the new map, right? So yeah, new map, please give us a 24/7 playlist. That would be another like request as a player and content creator. You know, it gives me reason to jump on and stream the game while I'm playing on the new map. Yeah, all in all, I had fun this season. I did, and I'm proud of myself that I completed the Masters circuit. I am. Learned a lot, figured out some nitbits. The other thing is, I do think they need to balance some of the stuff a little bit better. There needs a little bit more balancing. Like, some of the stuff is way OP. Like, I was watching, like, yesterday during the, like, community stream section grind, I was watching other players, like, just slamming people with the throwing knives. And then when I immediately used my credits to get the throwing knives before I even realized I was going to do the Masters circuit, right? So when I realized I started using them, they're very OP. It's very easy to use also. They're very OP. I think they've already like nerfed it a little bit, so you can't throw them quite as fast. If I watched it correctly. Anyway, enough of me chit-chatting. All in all, season 2, loved it. Had so much fun. Definitely looking forward to the season 3 events, community challenges, maybe the Masters circuit grind. I'm going to be honest also. The finals, it's not a main game of mine. It just isn't. I'm always going to be a little rough around the edges when I play this game. It's more of like a side piece action for me. But I do plan on, playing it when I can and, participating in the events and community challenges and stuff like that. I do. Like I said, the mastery, like the master circuit, I don't know if I can't promise that I'll complete it next season or showcase the reward next season. Like, I mean, if it's a shotgun or something and I don't like using the weapon as a reward, then I probably won't showcase it because I don't want to like struggle through gameplay that just looks bad and makes me look bad. Struggling. Like I said, this one is because it's the AK and I've been grinding it out so much that I was like, yeah, let's do the showcase. And I was really proud of myself for completing it too. And those of you, again, last little thing, those of you wondering, it's doable. You've got time. There's only 10 days till the end of the season. That's true as of this stream. But if you knuckle down and put your head to it, the Master Circuit is very completable. between now and the end of the season. So if you want the reward, go for it. It's pretty cool skin. That's for now. Hope you guys enjoyed. Check out my old streams if you haven't already. And take one, I'm going to crop out take one. Take two is going to be the main portion of the stream. So those of you who don't see take one, thankfully, it was a little rougher around the gameplay. This take went off well. We got some good teammates. Got really good teammates. One last thing. Okay. The main reason I struggled with this game as far as like making it a main game as mine, like I say it's a secondary game, is because I do feel there's a lot of catering, like a lot of the elements like the gadgets and all that stuff and the way weapons work and stuff like that caters a little bit to a younger audience, like the younger kids, right? Even though it's got like a tournament setting and it wants to like, it seems like it's trying to go like competitive, right? That's why I was like mentioned also, like there's definitely balancing that goes involved and stuff that I think would be beneficial just to make it, I don't know. Also, even the challenges, I think, right? Like I said, it doesn't need to be like an introduction to like the game next season. I think the challenges should progress and like it should be like, now you know the game, it's season 3, these are the challenges, go for it, right? And maybe play it the way you want to play it, but these are the challenges. Like I would, anyway, I'm interested to see what the developers, how they handle it and how the direction they want to take it. That's more important than what I want from the game for myself. I'm more interested to see what the developers want for the game and how they handle it. That's always the exciting thing in a game and live service. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Check out my old streams if you haven't already. And there's nothing wrong with catering to the younger audience. There isn't. And that's why I don't mind playing it and I'm enjoying myself so much. But the one thing I'd really like to see is, I talked about this during the community stream yesterday, but a buy round styled terminal attack as opposed to doing terminal attack with all the gadgets. And make it so like it's a little bit more like, a little bit more on the like competitive style mode for terminal attack specifically, right? Where it's kind of an evolution of it. Maybe terminal attack can be its terminal attack, and then another version of it, or something else called that, but more buy round, like kind of like CS:GO or Valorant or something like that. But that's just something I would be interested in. I'm also interested in seeing where the game and developers take it. I'm actually, more than anything else, I don't care about terminal attack or what I want from terminal attack. I'm very interested in seeing what new game modes might be in store for us. Not only new map, but also maybe what new game modes will be there for season 3. That's got me excited. Definitely keen to see what the developers have in store for that. That'd be something worthy of jumping onto the game and checking out for sure. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Check out my old streams. Last little thing. The reason I'm so excited about the game modes is because I actually really do like the way the game modes are in this game. I do feel there's a level of uniqueness to it that differs from all these other games that might be doing the same thing with their game modes. So that's why I think the game modes in this game definitely has that unique aspect that is very interesting, right? Take care. Bye. Yeah, stayed up all night. I think I only slept for like 2 hours, got up, did my morning routine and exercise, and jumped on to showcase my hard work. But I'm proud. AKM Kinetic Flare, that's going to be like my main skin for this gun for a while.